Welcome back to the Obsidian Order. It's me, Sunfire SG, and I wasn't planning on recording, but yeah, when you've got quite a high on profits, I don't. Oh, somebody's paid. That'll be right. Oh, okay. I have got a lot of diamonds. It's a good job that I brought some more gunpowder, I guess. But yes, welcome back. We are going to be doing some building today. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and put in, depending on how I feel, I'm going to put in a sort of little crane, smaller than the one that we've got in the middle of town, but a smaller crane that's going to be used for shipping. I kind of want to have it small enough that when the Never update comes in, I can use the chains to kind of make the arm, the mechanical arm for that. I'm looking forward to the Never update now. There's a few blocks in there that have got me excited for building again. So yeah, but it's good to be back here. It's been a while. I've been busy with other projects, so it's nice to be back. I've got a lot of work still to do, so welcome back. All right, welcome back. Sorry, I was having a few recording issues there. It was weird. It's like I was hitting record and then it would take 5 or 6 seconds before I'd actually start recording, which for someone impatient like me was not ideal. Anyway, we have kind of built up this little area a little bit as the foundation for the crane. It's going to be, like I said, smaller than this one. I think that was like 5 wide. This is like 3 wide. And we're going to use scaffolding ink in the middle here as our main way up and into the build. And I was thinking of doing a time lapse, but I think I might just do progress updates because if my computer is running slow and causing issues with recording, I don't really want to risk it, if you know what I mean. So I'm going to build this up to a decent height, put in a little bit of detail at the top, and then we'll work on the arm and the mechanism, I guess. But yeah, it's probably best to do it. I don't really have a set plan for this build. This is kind of on the fly. It's how, like I said, I've not been on the server for quite a while, so it's all kind of vague in my head as to where I was and what I was planning on doing. So we're probably going to build this up for now. We're looking at maybe, I think that might be a decent height. Yeah, it's not crazy big. How's that look from the outside? Let's just have a fly down and I think maybe a little bit higher, maybe 1 or 2 blocks. I think that'll be enough. Let's go ahead and build up using these. And I think what I'm going to do as well is I kind of want some sort of connecting beams that run diagonally between them, but I don't know if I think stairs might be quite thick. So I guess leave it with me. I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to go about it, but I'll figure something out. And I'll come back once I've got all this in, and I've kind of had to think about what I want to actually do here. We've made quite a bit of progress. So we've got the main supports in. I'm going to bolster those up, I think, with probably some stone brick walls, similar to that. It does feel a little top heavy at the moment, but we'll sort that. We'll fix that. We're going to have a ballast at the back, similar to that one, and the arm's going to be a little different. I think it's going to be more flat and well, solid, I should say. It's going to be more solid. I'm not entirely sure how the new chains will interact. I don't know if you can place them horizontally or they are purely vertical. I haven't had a look at that, so that's going to be interesting. We might have to use iron bars for the horizontal and then chains for the vertical, but we're getting there. We're making progress. So I think next step is the ballast at the back and the arm and probably the sort of stone wall support structure as well. I think we'll leave the cogs till last because it's a smaller size. It's going to be a lot more difficult to make a cog that looks as good as these do. I might have to play around with that a little bit, but we'll do the bits we can do first. Right, so we've bolstered up the support. It does look a lot better now that we've got that in there. It feels a lot more sturdy. I was playing around with a few designs for this arm, but it didn't look right because it was basically the same thickness as that arm, but on a small build. So it just kind of looked a bit too chunky. So we've gone with a single kind of arm. Unfortunately, you can't see into it. There's not really much I can do there. I might play around with that a little bit. I have an idea. No, that would make it more... See, even the ideas that I have would make it chunkier than it currently is, and I don't like the idea of it being sort of chunkier than it currently is. Have I got a stone? Oh no, that's the arm, isn't it? Yeah, I played around with the arm. I'm going to put some little fence gates maybe under here. I feel like that'll kind of just bring it together a little bit. Maybe some fences actually rather than fence gates. Let's try that first. So get our handy dandy crafting table since we've got a billion at the moment. I think dark oak fences might be good. Take 2 lots, and we have got too much stuff. Let's chuck that out. Don't need it. Whip. Ah. Right. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Does that give the impression of a grabbing arm? Kind of, yeah. Yeah, I'm okay with that. I think what we need to do is maybe change up the block there, use something else. Although I'm not sure what to use because it needs to be a similar tone and have stair blocks and slabs available. And that's why iron is not my go-to. Ow, what the heck? My go-to choice. Thanks, buddy. I'm on fire. Great. But we got the weight in. I'm quite happy with how that turned out. It needs to be sort of smaller and more compact than this one. It's not going to be lifting anywhere near as big of a load. But we do need to do something about that arm. Tell you what, I'm going to ask for some suggestions here because I'm at a bit of a loss as to what to do with that. I kind of want a pattern or a design on it. I mean, I could maybe put slabs underneath and then stairs and kind of have a slight pattern, but I feel like it will lose the illusion of being able to be adjusted. At the moment, it kind of feels like that solid arm has a mechanism that can move the chain back and forwards, and the crane can turn around to pick up stuff that is on the ship. If that is hollow, you can see right through it, and I feel like that would lose that feel. So if you've got suggestions, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. I might actually bolster that up a little bit at some point as well. What to do next? I guess like the mechanism, some sort of mechanism, and the gears. That's basically all we need to do on this now. So I'm going to play around in the test world for a little bit, just to kind of figure out what I want to do with that. I think I used andesite for that because it's got a bit of texture. Yeah, it is. It's andesite. So we'll play around with that, and I'm thinking what we might do is we might just stick a couple of walls here and there, just to kind of tie it together, because I just don't feel like it's quite got that feel of being 100% supported at the moment. But we're getting there. We're definitely getting there. So let's see, how many up is that? 1, 2. That's the third one up. 1, 2. Third one up. Yes. That's promising. Let's have a look from this area. Yes, okay. So I'm going to do a few more of those. Probably one more, actually. One more will do. Just around, kind of make it look a bit more bolstered. And then we will go ahead and put some mechanism on it. Alright, we've got a mechanism in. I'll show you that in action pretty soon. We'll do a little flyby in spectator mode and see what it looks like with shaders. But I'm quite happy with how that turned out. The real issue is getting this smaller cog to look right. Like this one here is a mirror image of the small cog here. But that one, that was a pain in the butt. And I think I've got it now. We used walls on the side ones, slabs on the bottom. Kind of looks circular. But I mean, there's only so much you can do with a small space like that. I have made myself a bed because I got sick of running back and forth to the farmhouse in order to sleep. And mobs were spawning, creepers were exploding. Not ideal when you're trying to complete a build. But yeah, we've got that in. We do need boats. I think that might be the next project. I keep saying that'll be the next project, and I never get around to it. I need to design a sort of steamboat or something, a paddle boat, something steampunk-esque. But we're going to check that out in spectator mode. But before we end the episode, let's go and check out our creeper farm. Because I've been here, what? It's not like it took ages to build, but it was an hour or two. It wasn't. What is going on? Whoa, what was that? Why am I getting hurt? Oh, I'm guessing I'm getting crazy lag at the moment, because that was weird. I was running in the ground. How are we going for gunpowder? Yeah, I think we're good. That's another shulker chest to take over to the shop. We might, if we can, try and work on a sugarcane farm so we can get some rockets to sell. At the moment we are kind of focusing on gunpowder, but having a decent supply of rockets is always useful for us as well. But yeah, let's go check out the new crane in the shaders pack.